you for being here today. There's not two people that deserve a great wedding like this more. So Aubrey and I met while at Michigan State, and we may not have been instant friends, but our story has a happily ever after, just like Jared's and Aubrey. So we will forever bond over our love of alternative music jam sessions in the car, nights at Rick's that neither of us will ever tell you about, getting our nails done at sketchy places and strip malls, or sometimes nicer places today, eating way too much Mexican food, and texting, oh my God, did you see this message about a good designer purse or somebody that we both know. As much as I loved Aubrey in college, the beginning of our friendship, that love has only grown. I cherish her flipping roles with me now in life and being my mom and giving me words of wisdom and talking me off the ledge often. The girls' trips we go on every year that include a predetermined our songs playlists, screaming at the top of our lungs, drinks, bar games, which Aubrey's finally getting better at. But what I'm most excited for is to continue to watch you grow into even more of an amazing woman than you are today and do it with Jared. I don't know if many of you know this, but I take all the credit for Aubrey and Jared meeting. All the credit. Aubrey would have never been there that day if I didn't have a crush on a boy, so you're welcome, Jared. But when Jared came over, I don't think I got a second word in that entire night because they were just both smitten with each other and it was just you two from the moment one. As most best friends do, Aubrey and I had okay, if we're single at 40, we'll get married pact. Well, you just ditched me. But if anybody is going to take my place, I'm happy that it's Jared. So I obviously realized that in Aubrey telling me everything about Jared when they first met was that he was the boy version of me. So I realized he was the coolest kid in town. We were going to be best friends. And Jared, you lived up to that. You're not only the male version of me, but you're the better version of me, and you've been that way from day one. I appreciate that you've never made me feel like a third wheel, that you ask me for my opinions and advice, which I cherish, and that you will always take one for the team and get out of bed early, even when we're a little hungover, to go get breakfast food in Starbucks. So you are the most patient person for Aubrey, and in her animal obsession, which I could never deal with. You push her and she pushes you to be your best selves. And well, honestly, it's better that you're helping her with her math homework because I shouldn't do that. Always remember that love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. By Elizabeth Barrett Browning, because I don't want you to ever think that I'm that insightful. Come up with that. But truly, I can only imagine the ride of life that you two will have together. Well, the ride of three of us, because I am your sister wife. I hope you also knew that when you got married today. A huge and full of love congratulations to you both, and I hope tonight is just the first party in your life.
So thank you for ranking, guys. I appreciate it. For going first, tough act to follow. You're great. And thank you everybody for being here, seriously, to make it such a special day for Jared and Aubrey. I know 2020 is basically a blur, a wash to so many people here, but the fact that we are all here to make it a special day for these two because they deserve it is remarkable. So thank you, everybody. For everybody that doesn't know, I'm Adam. I am Jared's younger brother and the best man here this evening. So again, thank you all for being here.
Second best.
Only your dream. So when Jared asked me to be his best man, I was truly over the top because my entire life, Jared has been my best man. He has been my role model. He has been my go-to. He has been my best friend, my buddy. And that extends, you can ask anybody here from when we were yay big. Whether it's him welcoming me into his friend group at random people's houses, or me just tagging along as his go-to buddy for years after year after year. And I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you have younger siblings, but to have your younger sibling tag along with you for year after year after year can probably get annoying, but Jared never complains, not once. And thank you for that. I didn't ever thank you for that in my life, so thank you. The welcoming didn't stop there. When I went away to Michigan State with all of my friends, Jared is a senior, I'm a freshman. You see a little seniority difference there. He welcomed me into his apartment. He actually wrote in the letter that was when we became closest to each other. When he welcomed me into his apartment, my friends, that was our second home. You know, as a senior in college, the cool kid about to graduate, go get his job, welcomed these 17, 18-year-olds into his apartment as our second home. Again, it's just something that you have to have a very full heart for, and it was something he never wavered on. So again, another thank you for that. But I'm not gonna, hang on.
Go Breen.
Go White. I'm not just gonna sit up here and praise him the whole time, because as Aubrey knows, I'm glad you're medically inclined and very full-hearted, because Jared's very accident-prone. For anybody that doesn't know him, he's got some weird rivalry with slides. Like he surfed down a slide after I explicitly told him not to because it was too dangerous. He slipped and hit his head and couldn't walk or talk afterwards. He was diagnosed with a concussion, but he one-upped it later only to slip and hit his forehead on a slide at Kids Kingdom. He needed 38 stitches to sew his skull back into his forehead. But none of those accidents define Jared like weird foot injuries that he's always had. And Aubrey's laughing, I can see it. I don't know what it is about Jared, whether it's playing basketball barefooted and landing on a crack and bruising your heel to where the whole thing turns as black as these napkins, or dropping a brick off the hot tub onto your foot, or my favorite, running as fast as you can and kicking a football into pitch black only to figure out footballs and rocks look very similar when it's pitch black out. Yes, Jared is very accident prone, but lucky for him, not every accident is bad. Some are happy accidents. And in the winter of, I believe, 2014, Jared and Aubrey both made the happy accident of going to downtown Plymouth. Jared from Dallas at the time, Aubrey from Adrian, randomly all went to downtown Plymouth. We figured out why, because she had a crush on a boy, so we can thank that all.
Thank you.
They made the happy accident of meeting each other, and it changed the course of their life forever. And Jared, you made an outstanding choice for your bride, because Aubrey is kind, she's warm-hearted, she's intelligent, and everybody look at her, she is beautiful. So great choice there by Jared. We're so happy about that. And the courage and faith that Aubrey had to show in the early stages of their relationship just really shows how strong it is, because Aubrey then traveled to Dallas, and then months later traveled to Malaysia. And I don't know if you've ever met somebody in downtown Plymouth and they said, you're from Dallas and to meet me in Malaysia, but 9 times out of 10 they're a serial killer. Thank God Jared and Aubrey never killed each other, because we would not be here today celebrating this moment. And I'm so happy to be here speaking in front of everybody, and so happy that Aubrey, this beautiful bride, is joining our family, so thank you. This all to happen, and thank you for our family for allowing this all to happen. And the last thing I want to say is how perfect I think Aubrey's going to fit in with our family, because rarely you look around and you find somebody that loves animals more than us. And here we are, 3 dogs, 2 cats, a hamster named Doug, and other random foster animals thrown in throughout there. It just goes to show how kind-hearted Aubrey is and how truly compassionate she is as a person. And like I said, she's going to be a perfect addition to our family. And I am so excited that I get to be a part of your guys' lives moving forward, and I get to see the great things that both of you do. And I am so damn proud to be your best man, Jared, and to be here in front of everybody here tonight. So thank you all, and let's make it a good night, okay?
I'm one of Jared's best friends from way back in the day in high school. I saw them the first night they met each other. And I want to say, first of all, thank you to Jared and Aubrey and their families, everybody that was involved in putting this wedding on, because it's been an incredible day. It's been an incredible day. The first night Jared met Aubrey, I want to tell a quick story. The first night Jared met Aubrey, me and Austin were out at the bar. We were like having a couple drinks, catching up. Jared came back into town from, I think, Dallas he lived in at the time. He came back into town and he was like, yo, what's up? Like, let's hang out. So he meets up with us. And there's this girl like 2 tables down that's hanging out. Turned out to be Aubrey and Alex. Where's Alex? Turned out to be Aubrey and Alex. They're sitting like 2 tables down from us. And Jared keeps looking over at her. We're just talking. We're like catching up. And eventually at like 1:45, the bar like turns the lights out. They're like, basically, it's last call. You gotta go. It's over. And Jared looks over at the table where Aubrey and Alex are sitting. Looks over at me and Austin and he says, if I don't go talk to her, I will never forgive myself.
You did?
And he went and talked to her. And now we're here, all these years later. They're getting married. It's the most romantic story I tell. I mean, he literally said, if I don't go talk to her, I will never forgive myself. He talked to her, now they're getting married. To Jared and Aubrey, congratulations, dreams come true.
Okay, can I take it back for 2 seconds?
And then he didn't use
It was on the other side of the paper.
Listen, it was on the other side of the paper, I forgot. I'll just throw it away for at this point because I just wanted to remember the prop. Jared gave me the best birthday present anybody could ever give anybody. Around the year, Jared doesn't even know that I'm talking about this right here, and neither do my parents, which makes it even funnier. June of 2013, Jared graduated from Michigan State, and was on the bigger, was on the bigger and better things, and he gave me the best present ever. He submitted with the Secretary of State that he had lost his driver's license. But if they tracked where that driver's license went, it would have been scanned all over the blocks of East Lansing. You guys, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is my prop. Jared gave me his old idea to be the ultimate bro move to help some of these people at this back table.
Hold on. Polly, stand up.
We might have done similar, but...
Yeah, these two, they might have gotten the idea from our parents and your sister, but just saying that it was the ultimate bro move that he dealt with the Secretary of State that literally nobody wants to deal with, and then got me this ID that nobody ever questioned, nobody second guessed, and never failed, ever. Just goes to, I guess, show the resemblance.
You learned that from your mom. Your mom did that.
So, please nobody call the cops. And this is how I avoided them at Easter in Lansing.